the sun is rising.
Oh, if you fly anywhere you want,
yeah. It's just the sun is rising.
The time, the whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time, for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time, for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know, they will know.
The sun is rising.
From east to west, from north to south.
Can't you see the sun is rising?
Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are.
Because the sun is rising.
We shining so bright all over the world.
We are the sun, we are rising.
We spent our lives in pain and misery. Never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good. But we are blessed by Chukwuka Biafra. So we're never gonna give up.
We're never gonna give up.
There'll be light in the wind of a tunnel.
It will shine so bright all time.
The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us, nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, they will know.
The sun is rising.
From east to west, from north to south.
Can't you see the sun is rising?
Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are.
Because the sun is rising.
We shining so bright all over the world.
We are the sun, we are rising.
The windows and curtains, green last every feeling. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the black stripe. Black strength crossing grey stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the action time to see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world.
Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world.
We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we rise. How the victory will start. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
The sun is rising.
From east to west, from north to south.
Can't you see the sun is rising?
I still wave your flag all over the world.
Because the sun is rising.
I still be shining so bright all over the world.
We are the sun, we are rising.
They would know, they would know, they would know.
Keep our light shine, the sun is rising.
Wave your flag anywhere you want.
Keep our light shine, the sun is rising. Keep our light shine, the sun is rising.
Freedom, freedom, yeah.
Light shine, the sun, we are rising.
Hello, guys. Hello, good evening, Biafrans all over the world. I want to welcome you to this wonderful edition of our Sunday's program. Once again, today, 1st of September 2024, and we've been having glitches here and there, technical issues here and there. But notwithstanding, we are live and direct, and it's my pleasure to welcome each and every Biafran to this wonderful episode. And as you join us, I want you to please share, invite your friends, and make sure that people around you participate in this wonderful program. This evening, we'll be having a guest, basically and unfortunately not in the studio, but we'll be talking to them via the telephone. And these are brothers from Catalonia, and they will be presenting the events of Catalonia National Day that is coming. And they are going to talk to Biafrans and interact with us. While we wait for Nwada Jovista to join us shortly, I want to welcome you once again, and I want to say thank you for being here. I want to see if I can get some of our brothers on the phone. Hello, Mazi Chukunon, so are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening to all the friends around the globe.
Yes.
You are tuning to listen to us this evening. You are welcome on board. My voice is coming out.
I'm gonna get the confirmation of your voice right from the audience, possibly, or from the technical director, who is going to confirm if your voice is coming out clearly. For me, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you, but I don't know if the voice is coming clearly. So I want a confirmation from our viewers if your voice is coming clearly. And you can as well mute, because I can also hear some noise on your background. And we have another of our brother who is also standing by. Can you please introduce yourself to Biafrans all over the world?
Hello, all Biafrans. My name is Ikechukwu Odeja. I am the deputy coordinator of Unit 3, Barcelona. You all are welcome to this special program.
Thank you, Mazi Ikem. Thank you very much for being part of this program. But before we proceed, I would like to get a reaction, because so far I cannot confirm if the audio is clear and if the people are getting you clearly. if the people are listening, if they are hearing you, if you are audible, it is important that I get that confirmation. Beautiful. I've just got the confirmation that you are coming out clear. So, Mazi Chukunonso, I want to put you on for you to really, yes, can you please tell Biafrans your position in IPOB and what you do for Biafrans?
Good evening, all Biafrans along the globe who have been listening to us this hour. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from any angle you are, because the time differs. I am a member of IPOB in Unit 3, Barcelona, and we have been doing all we can in our disposition to see that Biafra comes in our lifetime. I am one of the officers that are operating under our coordinator here, Mazi Ikem, and we have a peaceful union, making sure that all we have to do is to see that anything that is behoved on us to be done to see that Biafra comes in our lifetime is what we are doing. And we thank God that being in Barcelona and being around the Catalans who are seeking the same thing we are seeking, Biafra will not be too far to come. All hail Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would like to, at this point in time, also want to ask our brother Ike Chukwu there, what have been the situation of IPOB in Spain generally from the moment, because we know that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a Swanee rendition from Kenya, that IPOB faced series of challenges globally. What was it like in Spain, IPOB? What were the challenges IPOB Spain faced during this period?
Okay. As I have introduced myself before, my name is Ike. And when our leader was newly renditioned to Nigeria, it took everybody on our way. And it was like we lost somebody so dear to us. I myself, I feel like as if somebody died in my family. There was some feelings of cold everywhere. So we moved and they started making some contacts, telling people what has happened. We went to Madrid for protest, as was done in every country. And the challenges we got was that it's as if it is world conspiracy. And the only people that we counted mostly was the Catalan people. They were up and doing. They were asking us the situation at the ground and how they can be of help. So, you know, they themselves, they are looking for what we are looking. The help that they presented to us, it was helpful, but it wasn't enough to get our leader free by that time. When we went to Madrid, we encountered some kind of challenges about the police here because they couldn't allow us to go freely on the street of Madrid. The national police comforted me that we cannot open our flag on the street until we reach where we are going. So, and if we close what we are doing there, we have to fold our flag and put it back to our bag until we reach where we are coming from. And I told him that where I live, we are free to use our flag everywhere on every street. We can use it on train, on bus, anywhere. We are free. That's what I did in Barcelona. He said that is Barcelona, that is Catalunya, and we are here in Spain, Madrid. The case is different. So I found out that we have a very great opportunity living here in Barcelona, because I have never encountered such thing while living here. And Other of our members can also talk what they have encountered on the street of other cities that is not Catalonia. And we are very lucky because as they know, they are still going what we are going through. The only thing is that we are in Africa and they are in Europe. So the case is different. So the kind of massacre that we are encountering presently in our land is not being found here because this place is Europe. So what happened here in 2017, if it were to be Nigeria, we will be counting on thousands of deaths. But nobody died here, though there was some kind of maltreatment and hard handling on them. But no life.
So you are talking about the Catalonian protest demanding
I'm talking about the Catalunya referendum they did in 2007, the 1st of October 2017. So when they did the referendum, unauthorized by the central government of Spain. So the Spanish government come heavily on them. They break all the schools where they were doing the deportation. They break people's heads. They beat old people. They beat young people. Their Spanish national police was like Nigerian police that day. I was videoing them. There was a helicopter flying very low on our roof. It was like, this is not Europe. I was shouting on that video. Is this Europe? Are we still living in Europe? So then I know that this freedom fighting, all is the same in every country. It doesn't matter whether you are in Africa, whether you are in Asia, whether you are in Europe. Once you want to be free, you must face the central government who colonized you or who is dominating you. So the only thing that is different between what happened that day and what happened what is happening in Nigeria is that there wasn't any death recorded, but there was very serious injuries sustained. Some people lose their eyes when they were shooting these rubber bullets. Some old women their head were broken. The police was jumping from upstairs to down on top of people. Something very significantly happened, and after everything, they imprisoned up to I think 12 of them or 13. So, but later when the government changed, they were released. Now they are giving them amnesty, and their leader, just like our leader, is still on the run. Still on exile, so he cannot enter Spain. He entered this last time that they made change of government, but he hired himself and go back again. So the situation about freedom fighting is not easy, though we are learning a lot from them, and they also are counting on us, and we are counting on them. Let me just stop here for more questions to come.
Let me come in, Mazi.
Go ahead, Mazi Chinoso. Go ahead.
Based on the question you threw out on what happened when our leader Mazi Nnamdi was renditioned, when he was kidnapped from Kenya and was returned back to Nigeria. Actually, my brother, when we had the news, we were devastated. Many of us thought that the end has come. But there is one prophecy that director made. The first time he came to Goptas from Barcelona many years ago, he said that you cannot see him in Abuja drinking tea with any politician. That for you to see him in Abuja, is either he's going there to sign the freedom of Biafrans or he's going to prison. And that word has remained the same till today. It's either he went there for prison, the days he had gone to Abuja, he went for prison. Fighting for the right, fighting for the restoration of Biafra, that you and I will live in a dignified country, not what they have obtainable in the zoo. So if you look at the antecedents of those who have been called so-called freedom fighters, you see that they are freedom fighters of convenience. When Naira and Kobo is flashed on their face, they will collect and forget about what they are doing. But director have made us to know that he is whiter than white and whiter than snow. If he is on this journey for what he will gain, he would have taken what they have been promising him for long. But he have told Biafrans that until we get Biafra, until we restore Biafra, every Biafra man alive is dead while living. Because if you look at what is obtainable in the life of Biafrans outside the country, this is not life. A man cannot be changing diapers for an old man or an old woman. When we have a good land, a good nation called Biafra to build, and the glory of God, the splendor of God will shine upon us. So we were actually devastated when we had it, but we were consoled also because it is part of the journey. Because he made us to know that he can sacrifice everything sacrificable, and the same sacrifice is demand from every Biafran, be you great or small, to sacrifice whatsoever you can sacrifice. If you can get to the level of above what director have sacrificed, you can do so that Biafra can come in our lifetime, because we are the one holding Biafra from coming. I will stop here, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that response. You see, there are certain basic questions I would like to ask as regards to the Catalonian people. You know, because as far as I know, Barcelona is a very well-developed city where
yes, it is.
Where they do not lack basic amenities, where you have good roads, where you have running water, pipe-borne water, and you have 24 hours electricity. Now the question is, what are they fighting for?
Okay. But whether I will come to that to clarify on that particular issue, you may say that here we have running water here, not the borehole you will dig for yourself, because where we come from, for you to have a water in your compound, you have to dig the water yourself. And some who doesn't have the money to dig a borehole will be languishing. Many villages are languishing in lack of water. Those who have money to open borehole, they open the borehole and they make use of it on themselves. And the villages are suffering the issue of water, which is the necessity that government is to provide. Now, you talk of good road. Yes, there is good road here. There are good roads. If you are driving, you will enjoy driving your car on the road of Barcelona. And these people, they doesn't have the materials that are required to do the road, but they make sure that their roads are intact all the time. If you run on the RPS on the A doors, you run on the national, the roads are well done. Now, you may say, what are they fighting for? Okay, you talk about power supply. I think I have been here close to 20 years. My brother, I have not seen light gone off one day. Do you know what it means? That you have, back home there, it has been a normalcy. People now see that it's a normal way of life, that you will have light in the next minute, in the next second the light goes off. They now see it as a way of life. And these are the responsibility of the government. If I tell you that I have seen transformer where transformer used to be here, you will be a liar, because you cannot see transformer. Not what will happen in other side, that transformer will spoil. They will be taxing the laborers to contribute money to buy transformer, for them to be able to have light. If they don't contribute money to buy transformer, they won't have light for years. So here they have all the basic amenities that life can ask for. In fact, if we have 1/4 of what they have here, we may not be talking about Biafra. But there is something they are looking for. They say that what is good for the goose is also good for the Gandhi. They see it that they are not actually free, because the authority of the central government is dwindling everything they are doing here. The way they want to develop is not the speed they are developing. They, in their own sense, are seeing it that the resources that proceed from Barcelona, that proceed from Catalonia, is being used to maintain other parts of Spain. Like in that, let me just say that they are the fowl that lays the golden egg. But they want reasonable amount of what comes out of their land to be invested in their land so that they can have the type of life they want to live. Then when they go to Madrid, they see how Madrid was developed. You look at the train stations, the metro, and all the commercial cities were constructed. And they will come here and say that there are some train tracks that are supposed to be built, which have not been built. There are some bridges that are supposed to be built, which have not been built because of the resources. That what goes out from here little comes back to them for development. So, and they are saying no to that. And that is what they are discussing now after the last election that they did, that was what made them to agree to make the president of Catalonia now that is not an independent party to be the president of, because they agreed, the other party agreed to give them their own vote for them to be able to sign what they call Pacto Fiscal, to have them give them single financing in Catalonia. The same model they have in País Vasco. Because in País Vasco, they allow them to be able to capture all the funds in País Vasco and pay some quarter to the central post. But in Catalonia, they are demanding the same thing, but they were not allowed. So you now see that they are seeing cheating in there, that you allow the people to do their own, to capture their money and pay some quarter to the central post, but you didn't allow them to do that. You, the central post, the central are coming here to cut everything away and return whatever you like to them, and they are saying no to that. And then also their constitution, they are autonomous government. They are to govern themselves the way they want to govern themselves. They make laws, they enacted laws that they want to use in governing their place. Then send their constitution to the central government. All everything they put in the constitution were swept out. So that's why you see problem between the president of Catalonia and the central government all the time. And that always happens when a particular party is in authority. You will see repressions in Catalonia, but we are following the status quo to see what is happening, what is coming on after the election that have been done now. So they are fighting to have, because they are not financially free. They are not financially free. Whatever they are doing here is being controlled, if not by the politicians up there, it will be by the Supreme Court, because they will be using the Supreme Court to oppress them. And they are saying no to all those things. They say that they want to control the future, that they want to equate their children. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. You know why I asked this very important question? Because I know that Barcelona is a developed city and a developed region. Catalonia is a developed region with all the basic amenities of life. And if with that level of development, they are still crying for freedom, still seeking for independence, it boils down to the situation of Biafra people who do not even have electricity, whom the government have denied all the basic situations, all the basic things of life. So that is the reason I asked this question, that if the people of Catalonia, with all the necessities of life made available for them, can still be crying for freedom, it shows that the cry for freedom by the Biafran people is justified. So that is the point I'm trying to make, because
it is over justified. They themselves have told us that we have a just cost, even far weightier than their own cost, that we should not be hiding. Look at when white man is telling you that they believe more in your freedom than their own, that they believe more in you for your own freedom. Then the Biafrans are the one now running back. White man tells you that he believes, a Catalan man tells you that he believes in Biafran freedom. They have been all the way from the 60s, they have been following Biafra. Even before the war, during the war, these people have been with us without us knowing. They have been canvassing for our freedom without us knowing. Freedom, there is one thing you cannot buy, and that is freedom. You see, no matter how you may, if you bring a particular bird and put the bird in a cage, you provide every food that that bird needs in that cage, but that bird doesn't have the freedom to experience the sky. It doesn't have the freedom to experience the sky. So that bird is in bondage. That bird, even though you provide all you need for him, it's in bondage. So Catalunya people, they are seeing that they are under bondage since they lost their freedom in the year 1714, which is what they are commemorating every year. You know, some people thought that they are celebrating the independence on every September 11. No, but what happened, what they are doing on September 11 is to commemorate, to remember when they lost their freedom, because their freedom, they lost it on the 11th of September 1714. And that was the reason why every 11th of September, they do commemoration of that particular day. And by 5:14, they will begin the march. Because that 5:14 means 17:14, 14 minutes after 5. 17:14, the year 17:14 was the day they lost that during the guerra de succession, the succession war. When a king died, there was no way to replace him. And there was a problem between the king of France and Catalonia, because he tried to propose a king who would be governing Spain, and Catalonia refused. The king now brought about a brutal war. But let me pause on that. So, my brother, freedom is very, very paramount. Freedom is very, very paramount. So, no matter how you are provided with all you needed, but you are not free, my brother, you are in bondage. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Yes, do you have anything to say, Mazi?
Yeah, about the question you asked, because I have been in touch with some of them. I asked the same question you just asked about what are you for, while Barcelona, Catalonia in general, is well far developed more than our country. The man just looked at me directly and laughed and said that you don't know what freedom means. That if another person has to determine how you live your life, how you govern yourself, how you train your children, the language you speak in your house, then you will know the importance of freedom. I said to him, if we have one quarter of you people, what you people have here in Barcelona, we will not be this active in this freedom we are fighting for. He said, which we don't know what we are doing. That in their case, their language was persecuted. They were not allowed to speak their language. Everything here was just under Spanish government. And he said that they are looking that because we are in Africa, when this Biafra struggle was booming everywhere, they said maybe we are going to have our freedom before them. When we go, let us remember that Catalunya responded to the call of Biafra during the war. So I don't say that we will be with you people because we have seen, we have heard, and we have touched what you people have done for us. They have done many things. They have helped us a lot. And they are still doing the same thing, that we are counting on them. So the freedom we are looking for and what we are seeing in Nigeria, these people express it the same thing, or lesser in our own case, because we lost more than a nation. More than 6 million people we are lost in that war. And one of them that I was talking to said that he came to hear about the war when the news broke on their Guardian newspaper here. And from there, he has been thinking how to be of help. So that was why they formed a football club called FC Biafra. So the freedom we are looking for is freedom of everybody. Like what our leader said, when Biafra is free, which means Africa is free, that makes this struggle to be heavy on our hand. Because once we are free, we know that a new nation and a new continent is born in the world. So let us be going one by one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. When you mentioned the issue of the Catalonian language being under attack, I also remember how the Igbo language was and still under attack. When we growing up, you are not permitted to speak Igbo in the class, in school. The Igbo language was tagged vernacular, and everybody were forced to speak the English language. And I believe that was the kind of oppression too the Barcelonian people experienced. The Catalonian people experienced the same prohibition in expressing themselves in their own local dialect and in their own local language, which was also part of a tool of oppression and the colonization, quite unfortunately. So it's important that we share our similarities, and it's also very important that we start to identify the strategies of the oppressors. That the oppressors have always put up the same application wherever they go by putting the oppressed under certain levels of restriction, making sure that you don't have a freedom of expression, that you are denied of your identity, that they make sure that you are stripped of your dignity. And that is why today we also saw certain Igbos saying that they are not Igbos because they have been conditioned to believe that they are not Igbos even when they are Igbos. These are works of the oppressors. So that is quite noted, and it's important that we educate many of our people who do not understand the history, that people who are oppressed like us also share similar experience and similar agony. So 11th of September is a day of agony for the Catalonian people and not just a day of celebration. Is that what you are saying, Mazi?
Yes, you are right, sir. You are correct. They are not actually celebrating anything, but they are doing commemoration. They are doing remembrance of the day that they lost their freedom in the year 1714, on September 11, 1714. That's why on that particular day, they go to the graveyard of their fallen heroes and drop flowers there. There is one in the end of the road called Alibel, one of their commander, great commander by the name Rafael Casanova. He goes there every September 11 to drop flowers there. The one we join them to go, most of them go there, a graveyard where they call Jose de Moreras, where they buried most of their men who died to save the land. They remember them. So they are not celebrating anything, but they are commemorating. You know, as that if you don't know where rain starts hitting you, you will not know when it will stop. So they always remember this is where they fell. So recounting to know what they are going to do to come out of this. And since then, they have been struggling to come out of this. Have been more than. And you know that these people are one of the oldest people government here in Europe. Their flag that has the yellow flag, they call it Señora. The yellow flag that is deep in four blood, which is a soldier who was dying, used his guide, his shell, where he used to shell himself when they took him knife on his stomach, sword on his stomach. He used his hand and dip on the blood, and with the four fingers draw it on the shield, and that shield has a yellow color. That was from where they derived the Catalan flag that we are seeing today. So, and that flag is dated more than 1,000 years. They said that was at 1100 AC. So, and if you see that people, their parliament is one of the oldest parliaments in Europe. they have the oldest government in Europe. So they are seeking for their freedom to be able to be free and construct the future they want to live. So they are not celebrating September 11, but they are remembering those who they are fallen heroes, remembering the day they lost their freedom. Because when during the War of Succession, the King of France, who was very strong, ruling the whole Europe, won the war. That was when they introduced the Bourbons. He was trying to put his grandson on the throne of Spain because the King Charles II, the King Carlos II, who was the king of Spain, died at a tender age. He died at about 30-something years. He doesn't have any successor, nobody to succeed him on the throne, and that was what brought about that war. And when the Catalans were rooting for the king of Austria, which is more beneficiary to them, but during the war, the Bourbons won, and they now install the king they call Felipe Quinto. Felipe Sing, that's Felipe the fifth. The one we have now as the king is the Felipe VI. So the fifth was the one that was installed then, who was the grandson of the king of France then, from the Bourbon family. So they are remembering on September as well. They are going to do in the day coming in this month to remember also the day they lost their freedom.
So it means that the king of Spain is a foreigner in the land.
Looking at the history, they are from Bourbon family in France.
And this is the situation we also have in some of our Biafran, our Biafran communities, where somebody will say, "I'm a king and I come from Benin," and he's a king in an Igbo territory, and he's claiming to be Benin. So these are similarities that we share with the Catalonian people, and that had always been the strategy of the oppressors by enthroning foreigners to rule over you. Just like we have a situation today in the zoo called Nigeria, where the British enthroned the Fulanis to be in charge of the zoo, looking after the zoo for them. So we share similarities, we share common history, and I would say also common experience and agony in that respect. Mazi, thank you very much. I want to ask.
We were able to understand their plight because we are passing through the same thing. Whatever you are going through, when you see someone who is going through the same thing, you will understand it firsthand because you have been what something you have experienced. You don't need the person to be telling you history. With what you see on the ground, you already know, this person is passing through something I'm passing through, or even worse, or in a better position. So we understood them firsthand. And then seeing our situation also, they become our allies. Even they have been our allies before we get to know. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. But from the interaction we've had so far, there is no doubt that the Biafran people enjoy support and privilege in Catalonia as it stands today.
Yeah, there is no doubt that we enjoy privilege, at least to be able to have access to sit with the president of Catalonia and be talking about their freedom. It's a plus. For you to be able to have access to some high political people, not part, but serving people in the government, is a thing that you don't see all the time. So this privilege, as you can see, that they are inviting our leadership to come and join them in this September 11, which our leader, Nnamdi, Kanu, have been here several in this particular program, when we all march in the city of Barcelona together to be in this program. So you see, we have privilege. We have actually also we have privilege here.
That's a very good one. Mazi Ikem, so is there something you want to say?
Yeah, Ike.
Ike, yes.
What I want to put here is you ask of the freedom we enjoy here, and what I want to say here is this: because of Catalunya people, especially our struggle, we are using the contact we have with them to take our struggle to the especially this 11th of September that we are going to participate. We have been participating on it, and there is coverage of international media. There is coverage of national media. There is coverage of local media. And when they see Biafran flag, some of them don't know what is Biafra. Then it will be left for us to approach them face to face, personally, and explain to them what we are going through. Many people have forgotten about Biafra, but if you meet an old man or old woman from 60 years up or 50 years up, and they will tell you, yeah, we heard about the Biafran fight. That if you are hungry here in Spain, if your family is poor and you are hungry, they will tell that you are hungry like a Biafran child. That was their name at that time. So we are marked by hunger. So, and I do explain to them that all these African images that you see a small skin with the stomach.
So please, can you please mute your mic, please?
I should mute my mic.
No, Mazi Ikem, so I mean, if he's not talking, he should mute his mic so that there won't be noise on the background. Yes, go ahead.
So when I approach them personally and talk about Biafra, some of them doesn't know what is Biafra. Just like when I went to police, to Catalunya police, because they have their own police, to seek for permission. Because last year that we participated on this thing, they approached me and asked me about the permission to march on the street. That we are too much to come out without police guiding us. I told them that we were officially invited, and those people that invited us did not ask us to get permission. He said that we supposed to get permission, and next time that we should get permission before coming out. So I went last 2 weeks to their station to ask for permission. When they asked me for permission of what, I told them that Biafran people were invited to this coming event. He said, "Who are the Biafrans?" Then I asked him, "You don't know Biafra?" He said, "No." I told him, I am a Biafra. My country is Biafra. He asked his colleague, "Do you know Biafra? Where is Biafra?" None of them came out of their office. So before they bring out their phone, write Biafra. They said, "Oh, in Nigeria." I said, "No, I'm not in Nigeria. We are just like Catalunya in Spain." I explained to them, and they said, okay. That is not in their hand to give this type of information. That is where the freedom that we are talking about comes in. They have their own police, but they cannot give us that permission to march on their own streets without the permission of national police.
The national police, yes.
Yeah. So he said that it is in the competence of national police to give us that permission, that they don't have it. So freedom we are talking about is freedom of everything. Once you have your own country, you can do whatever you want to do. So what we are trying to do here is getting to the international community. From these people, we have met several delegates from other countries. From their help, we have spoken to different heads of state. From their help, we have spoken to different people that participate in a national assembly of other countries. So we have seen their leader, who's the monk, face to face. So we are enjoying and we are using this opportunity. We are approaching this opportunity to get to the entire world, of which they promise us that whatever we need, whatever help that we see that they can, that they themselves can be of help, that we should ask them. So it's not just, I think it's not every country that can give you that kind of
guarantee. So okay, now,
Exactly.
does it mean that anytime there is this kind of event, that the Catalonian people see it as a pleasure to see Biafrans participate?
Yeah. Because what
Sure. If I may comment, you know, from the previous question you asked, you know, there is an adage which they say in our language. Now, only one use of civility, na and meaning that those who have gone far ahead of you in a particular thing, they have some nuances over that particular thing which they can guide you and help you to direct you where to go and what to do. So, and that is what I say, that maybe climbing at the back of those who have gone ahead of you to be able to get to where you want to go. It will make your journey easy. Talking about them seeing us on their day of, they love seeing us. They want us, they love seeing us every day around them. Like previously, there was one match we did here in Barcelona. After the match, some delegates were sent to them. We are sent to Biafran. That was when director came here. Some delegates were sent. They brought their flag. They said that they want their flag to be flying side by side with Biafra flag in Biafran office. So we they are friends of Biafra, and they love to see us in all their events. Love to see us in all their events. And this one that is coming will not be an exception. This one that is coming is going to be even more better than what it has been in the past.
So I want to use this opportunity to invite Biafrans in Spain and those all over the world who have the possibility to be in Barcelona to participate on the Barcelona uh, commemoration day, 11th of September 2024. It will be interesting that Biafrans who have the opportunity be part of that program, because it will help many of our people to gain more insight to the struggle for Biafra restoration, and also to understand better that we are not the only ones oppressed around the world, that there are still other people who are oppressed and who are also fighting the same freedom fight to liberate themselves from the shackles of the oppression. And that is quite interesting because it is also very important that we recognize the effort of IPOB being able to take advantage of the situation to build a cordial relationship with the Catalonian people, and it's quite commendable. That's a good leadership effort that should be commended. Mazi, I would like also to ask, um, the situation of IPOB members and how they are also responding to this event. How are they preparing for these events? Are IPOB members from other cities coming, or you will just have only those in Barcelona or in Catalonia participating?
Mazi Ndeo, as you said also that you are inviting people towards the program. I want to seize the opportunity also to tell every Biafrans that reside in Spain, be you Igbo speaking or non-Igbo speaking, but you are a Biafran, you are invited for this program on the 11th of September 2024. And not only coming for the program, but for you to be part and parcel of what IPOB is doing in Catalonia. And we normally do have our meeting every second Sunday of the month, and every second Saturday of the month in Unit 2, and Unit 3 every second Sunday of the month. And the address of our office, we have an official office here in Barcelona which is situated at number 7 Madrona Street, at number 7 Madrona Street, parallel Barcelona. So, my brother, everybody that is residing in Spain, they are routing here, all road leads to Barcelona. Not even only the people in Spain, but those outside Spain are also routing here, because actually, with this program, we get international audience with this program, because international media from around the globe are coming here to pick what happens here in Catalonia. So, and this is a way also for us to be able to make our view, our vision being seen, being carried by the international media. So, it is not only the Biafrans in Catalonia that are coming for this, but the Biafrans in the whole Spain and outside Spain. I don't know if your question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you. And I'll also use the opportunity to inform Biafrans that I will be live transmitting from BTV here in the studio. We will be transmitting the program live from BTV for those of you who are in Biafra land and other locations. We will be running a direct transmission to cover the event, and I hope that you tune in on that day. Can you please give us the time of the commencement of the program, Mazi? Mazi
The
Chukunonso.
program begins. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
The program has two sections. There is a section we will go for in the morning, when we will go to the cenotype where they are dropping the flowers to the fallen heroes. And these flowers they are dropping for the fallen heroes, all the local government in Catalonia will do the same on the eve of that particular 11, on the 10th, on the evening of 10th. Every local government in Catalonia, Catalonia, they are divided into 4 regions, talking about Barcelona, Girona, Tarragona, and Lleida. All this region, all the local governments located in this region, they do this every 10th. Then on the 11th, all of them will now gather to do the central one, which has to do with the whole Catalonia. So we have morning section on that particular 11, and then later in the evening, the manifestation, the rally. And that morning session is to go and drop flower, which is around 9 morning. In this 4 5.
Okay. I want to welcome our sister Nwada Jovista to the program as she's joining us. Um, While we wait for her to join us, Mazi Chukunonso, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Okay.
Here with you, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We want to welcome our sister Nwada Jovista. Nwada, I don't know if you've been following our program and some of the questions, because I don't know if there are questions you would like to put across.
No, really. Good evening to you, first of all, and good evening to our viewers and to our guests also. Actually, I've not been following because I was just rushing just to meet up, and I just have to key in.
Okay, thank you, Nwada. But do you have any question you would like to throw across? Because we've talked a lot about the activities that is coming up in Catalonia, in Spain, the commemoration on the 11th of September, and we've been able to engage brothers over there who will be participating with other IPOB family members all over Spain, and of course outside Spain, who will be joining from all over the world, which I believe we're going to have a lot of our principal officers on the ground in Spain participating in this program. And I've also told our viewers that we would also be live transmitting on BTV to cover that event. We talk about the oppression of the Catalonian people and how we share similarities in our experiences with them. But we're able to also come to terms with the fact that the Catalonian people have more advanced development. They have all the basic amenities of life, but still they are fighting for freedom. Talk less of Biafrans who do not have nothing. That means that our fight for liberation, our demand for referendum, our fight for freedom as a people is over justified, considering the fact that there are people who have everything that life is everything that life is needed, but they still believe that something is lacking. They still believe they need a total freedom. While we, the Biafran people, have not even been provided with the basic things of life. So, Wanda, I don't know if there is anything you would like to say in that direction.
Please, for now, you can still move on, please. You can still continue.
Thank you very much, Wanda. Thank you for being part of program. Definitely, you are going to throw in some questions as we continue to proceed in this program. Mazi Ike, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so Mazi Ike, you say you occupy a position in IPOB.
Yeah, I am a deputy coordinator in Barcelona electorate.
Okay, the deputy coordinator in Barcelona, and I believe that with your position as a deputy coordinator, you have more advanced knowledge of the relationship with the Catalonian and the Biafran people. We've seen situations where we saw Biafrans who, as a result of oppression, seek for a kind of refuge in certain countries and the kind of reception they receive. When it comes to this issue of seeking refuge, how has it been, uh, you know, in with the Catalonian people in trying to make sure that the right of our people are guaranteed under this Refugee Act?
Yeah, on that issue, sometimes we do have people that are coming to seek asylum. Many of them claim that they are Biafrans, that they are IPOB, and they got in touch with our coordinators. As it is in IPOB, it's not everything that you just wake up and take a decision. It has to come from the person that is on top of you. So sometimes we send a message to our coordinator here in Catalunya, and from there to the national coordinator in Spain. So before such a thing has been signed. As we are talking right now, there is a young guy that just came off recently. When we find out that you are a member of IPOB, maybe in Nigeria or anywhere, and you are seeking for asylum, then we can put a signature, and here in Catalonia, they can give you an asylum through IPOB. So that's what we have been doing.
So, so what you are trying to tell us is that when it comes to the issue of seeking for refuge, that the Catalonian people have been of great assistance in that regard to our people.
Exactly. In Spain, they do accept it also, not only in Catalonia. Once you are an IPOB member and you can prove that you are being persecuted, and we, that is in IPOB, we investigate before giving you that signature that you are one of us. We have to investigate that truly you are an IPOB, not that because you are looking for an asylum, you come and claim IPOB. We have to verify out before giving that consent to you. And once consent comes from us, you are sure that you are safe.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much. We've run over an hour in this program, and I don't know if there are people who would like to ask one or two questions from our viewers who would like to call in. I don't know how possible that will be. If Nwada Jovista is ready to take some calls on our behalf.
Before you go online,
Yes.
there is something I want to
Yeah.
I don't know, around the globe and
Yes.
where we come from, we have not had anything like Biafran Football Club. But do you know that this Catalan formed a club called Biafran Football Club? In the 60s, we're talking about in the 60s, during the war, which they play football to be able to capture funds to send for the help of Biafra. And that club, they are still alive up to today. If you look at some of the pictures I sent to you, you see their unit, their jersey. Their jersey is our flag. And the rising sun at the middle. So, and these have been formed since the 60s. And it's still there until today. So some of us have not been here when these things were formed. And they are still holding tenacity. They are holding it, knowing that one day this Biafra will arise. And no matter how long this sun is being suppressed, it will surely arise and shine to illuminate the dark area of the continent of Africa. So now when we came on the scene, they began to come up and began to draw us to be able to see what they have been doing since the 60s. Even some of them have come to Biafra land to visit our internal leader, Dimo Dumego Joko. Collectors have come here also. If you look at those pictures I sent to you, you will see those pictures there. And you will see the card of the football players. And one
I would like our technical director to put some of these pictures on the screen, because I know that he has shown some of those pictures earlier in the program, and I would have loved that he put them for people to see some of the pictures of the JC and some of the activities of the past, to also prove that even the Catalonians have been there for us. They have been there for us even before the formation of IPOB.
So, my brother, I'm trying to let you know that these footballers that are playing in the Biafran Football Club, when any of them die, they are being buried with Biafran flag. Is it not an irony? Our own internal leader died. He wasn't buried with our flag. But these Catalans, the football club, all the players, the ones that died, they were buried with as a leader of Biafra. And this football club, the one we went there, the living ones, they were there. They played football. They played in the field there, and they play intergame with other clubs. Those things I said, you will see their card. You will see their card. Dated 1967, 1970, 1969. The card of the players. So, my brother, the law they have emitted out towards us shows us that what Content Director said. He said that normally that there is a connection which we are not seeing. There is unseen hand which we have not seen between Catalonia and Biafra. So when some Biafrans are sitting back in their house, say that Biafra is nothing, a white man here believe more in Biafra than the Biafrans themselves. Isn't it an irony? So we are using this to make a clarion call to all Biafrans, everywhere you are, because without Biafra, our life will not be able to come to what God, to fulfill the mandate of God concerning Biafrans on earth. Until we restore Biafra and the glory of the Biafra is restored. Because the director told us, he said he is not looking for Biafra to lord it over anybody. But in Biafra, everybody is Biafra. We will be accommodated. Like these Catalonians here are more accommodated than every part of any other part of Europe. In here, Catalonia is where you will see highest number of immigrants. At times, if they go to other part of Spain, they will be sent to come to Catalonia. They are accommodating. They accept. They accept people. So, and that same thing was what the Bible said, that whatsoever you come in Biafra, and as long as the constitution direct and everything, you live and develop and build what you want to be in life. Because we are not looking for Biafra to lord it over anybody, but we're looking for Biafra to worship our God in the way that God has made us to worship Him.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. That is quite. Okay, Mazi, or Mazi Ikem.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, talking about the relationship.
Mazi Chino, so please mute your mic, please.
Between the Biafrans and the Catalunya people. So when I meet one of them, look, he was the one that called me before, because you know this struggle. When I was once against Nnamdi Kanu, when I was living in Switzerland. One of my friends was talking about Nnamdi, and I said, "Guy, go and struggle. We know we're against you." So he was the one that used his money to buy a credit card for me and charged to my phone. Tell me to listen to this man. Once you listen to it, if you don't like, don't listen to him again. And that very day that I listened to Nnamdi, I was baptized that day. Since then to here, I came back to Spain because this is where I got my paper. So one day I was just sleeping. My friend waked me up and said that there is a noise outside the street. By then I had been propagating the history of Biafra here. So I just looked at my window and the street was filled up with Catalan people. The spirit, I did not know what happened to my brain. I wore my trouser, took my very little Biafra flag and a Catalunya flag. I rushed down. I was the only black man on the street that they shouting freedom for Catalunya, freedom for Biafra. The first day I came out of their newspaper, everybody was surprised. Who is this guy? I was just shouting. When those media people approached me and asked me a question, I just explained to them what we are going through. Most of them say, yeah, we know Biafra. Yeah, we heard about Biafra. Small people that is around 30, 25, 40, they don't know anything about Biafra, and I explained to them. So after 2 days, they told me that buy this paper tomorrow, you will see yourself there. And I bought it, but I still have the newspaper here in my house. I bought the newspaper, and I was there. That was when I started having calls, having interviews. I have had several interviews with them. So I got one from Tarragona. So he said that he wanted to see me. He came from Tarragona to Barcelona to see me face to face. So then we began a journey that lived, I think, for some times. We published what happened, their help, the Catalunya help, from beginning to the end, from 1969 to 1978. They went to Omar here to visit Ojukwu. They presented to him their T-shirts, their Biafran football club T-shirts. They presented to him the history of that football club, Ojukwu himself. So we started printing newspaper. This Biafran newspaper that we are printing in Biafra during that time. He was the one sponsoring it. He was the one sending the money, buying pages, newspaper to print in our newspaper. So when he sent it to me, I will be the one to translate. He will be sending it in Spanish. I will be the one to translate it in English and send to it here. Well, there's one guy that he handles the newspaper down in Biafra land. Then they will publish every week. We will publish 2 papers, 2 front page papers from here, and they are the one sponsoring it. And after everything, we went to Rise, Tarragona. They erected something on the street to commemorate the Biafran struggle. It's not because there is some relationship that we don't know where the thing begins, because there's some music that we dance in. This is our traditional music at Logo.
Yes.
They put it here. So they call it Catillas. So there are many things, and especially they are just like what is happening to our people in Lagos or in Nigeria as a whole, that we are being hated by the member of the people we called the Nigerians, that we are member, we are with them in Nigeria. So they are still seeing some kind of relation, sometimes kind of resemblance of what we are going through here in also in Barcelona and in Catalonia.
So just like you have the Igbophobia, you also have the Catalonia phobia.
Just like what you have the Igbophobia. Well, after this 2017, that they did that all recognized referendum, and they call it. I received one of them, a very great man saying that it's good to bombard Catalonia every 100 years so that they will not rise. I was shocked. I was working, listening to radio. There is some one video that said that, okay, after that, this 11th of September, I said that he was surprised that Biafran people come out fully to support the breaking of Spain. While Franco was the dictator here in Spain, he said that Franco helped to recognize Biafra. I told my neighbor, it is a typical lie, it's a lie. That he recognized Biafra. I listened to it, I said, why should people be lying? If Franco, a dictator in Spain, recognized, I told the guy, it's a lie. So we have some kind of common suffering, common thing that entangled us together. So the man that I was talking to, Ramon, he was asking me, I don't know the origin of Atenowo. He wanted to know whether there is a connection between them and us in Eastern Nigeria. So I told him that I like the music, I like everything, but the history of it, I don't know. Then when we are preaching that that's newspaper, he wanted to invite the rich honor. We tried through the guy that was printing it, it couldn't work out. So still, he's still interested in our history. He's still interested on knowing the connection between our suffering and their own, and the kind of culture we have and their own, and the kind of hatred we have in Nigeria and the kind of hatred they have here. So the interest is still enveloping. We will still find more. So when we went to them, when he invited us, me and our competitor, the one
Deputizing. Yes.
Yeah. We there is one call they call Owerri House. Owerri. If we went there, are many things out to Biafra. He took us to their cemetery. Very hard. They buried some of them. The man that died when they were playing that football, it was inscribed in his grave, Biafra, completely. We videoed everything. If you go, we have a complete ghost temple all over your body. I was like, this is happening in a foreign land. Why we are not even know what's going on? It's a pity that our people it's not our fault that we are not being taught history from the beginning. The first interview I have here, after that outing, I have the first interview. I told them that Everything I know about Biafra, I learn it from here, outside, because we don't have access to this kind of information. There are information within our disposal here, of which I have many, that it made me to stop going to church. There are some classified documents that I have within myself that after going to it, you will shed tears within over a month before it gets out of your brain. Our people saw hell on earth. Everybody was against us. Every damn nation was against us. So, while we are just in this, we will keep on finding things and people that help, and the people that is not helped. The arch enemy that we don't even know. Nobody has mentioned it. It's not even Nnamdi. There are many people, many things. We are hoping that our leader will come to us last time. I think before before this COVID, it was COVID that made him not to come. We are prepared because there are things that we will let him see and know. Because it is a new leader now. He has to have hand in every document that will be useful to us. We have seen things, we have found many things while we are still on this struggle. Yeah.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. I would have loved it. I don't know if Wada Jovista is ready to take calls, even if it's one or two calls, so we can put the number on the screen. Because I know that there are viewers who would like to make one or two contributions or ask questions. I don't know. Wada, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we encourage that the line be put on the screen as we round up the program so that those who would want to call and contribute or ask questions, possibly, maybe for inquiries on how they can get to Barcelona for the event, can also put their questions across. Or if there are also people in Catalonia, our people in Catalonia, Biafrans who would want to call into the program to remind our guests what they've forgotten to tell us, or maybe there are contributions they would like to make, for them to call in and participate in the program because our time is somehow limited. Wanda, are you there? Are you ready to make any contribution to the program? I think you've taken and you've been able to breathe enough air.
I
Yes,
wish you
yeah,
know that
Okay, what I want to say is actually speaking and appealing to the conscience and the mind of every Biafra around the globe to know that the restoration of Biafra is in the hand of every Biafra, wherever you are residing outside the country. And Biafra will be restored when everybody will be on their toes doing the needful. In that country in which you are residing, there are politicians whom you can lobby. There are politicians whom you can speak to. If you cannot be able to sit in their parliament, you can see the politicians outside and speak to them. Because here in Europe, the politician doesn't move with siren, he doesn't move with police, not like what you see at the other side. Everybody is a normal person on the road. So you can try to befriend a politician in that country in which you are residing and go to him or her and sell the issue of Biafra to him. Sell the plight of Biafra to her or him that is in the politics, who can be able to help to convey this your message to the parliament where he or she is sitting. And in doing so, you are helping to bring Biafra
closer. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, Mazi. Thank you for that. Thank you. Very important that everybody put their hand on deck to do what is necessary uh, to make sure that Biafra is restored by approaching the politicians in our constituencies and building relationships with them to be able to lobby them to bring up the issue of Biafra in their parliament. Wada, do you have something to say? Do we have a caller?
No call yet,
By the
but
way, I would like to call her because many people will still see the number on the screen and they will be saying, "Give me the number, give me the number." Now, let me give you the number: +49 152 166 09937 +41 49, sorry, 152 166 09937. While we wait for calls as we round up, we have just few minutes, less than 10 minutes to round up the program. I would like if there is something, a contribution one that would like to make, or there is a question you'd like to ask our guest as regards to the discussion we've had so far.
yes, from the discussion so far, I discovered that the IPOB in Catalonia are doing so well. They are really representing IPOB and Biafrans. And do I say that they learn more? They learn more, as Mazi just said that so many things about Biafra. He never learned why he was in Nigeria, but while he's in Spain, he learned so many things about Biafra and the way these people preserved our history is is a heartwarming. Is a heartwarming that they really preserved our story. That they even knew much, just like he said that there were things that Onyendu never told us about, but they have learned about all these things in Catalonia. That's to say, or to appreciate the IPOB in Catalonia and to also commend them and encourage them to continue until we get Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wada. Thank you very much. We'll be giving a parting shot if calls are not coming in. Unfortunately, the numbers didn't come in earlier, but notwithstanding, it's not obligatory that people must call in. But I believe that our people are listening, our people are following the program, and I believe they are sharing the program as well. We've seen series of comments, we've seen series of comments, and a lot of people commented that I can see. Also told us about the clarity of our voice at the beginning of the program, confirming that they can hear us clearly, and that is quite commendable.
Okay,
Uh,
we just take one call. Let's
yes, while we wait for Nwada Jovista to come in, as the calls are coming in, I believe that
Patrick.
yes, I'm here. Can you let the caller talk to us? Hello, caller. We can't hear you. Hello, Nwada. The caller is not coming. We can't hear.
Yeah, okay, you were not listening. I tried to pick that call, but I don't know what is going on with the
Okay, I think that Nwada is having technical issues. I believe she's having some technical problem. Are you having technical problem? You keep going off and on. Wada, can you hear me? Wada, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? A
Absolutely. I
caller.
can hear you now.
Oh, okay. There is a caller on the line. Caller on the line. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Mr. Patrick.
Can he please speak out?
Please,
Can
your
he?
voice is very low. Can you speak up? Can you speak up, please?
Good evening, Wada.
Good evening from here, but please, your voice is very low. Our viewers, even Mazi Patrick could not even hear you.
Are you hearing me now?
All right, Mazi Patrick,
I
can you
think
hear
I
him?
think it's getting better, but you can as well raise your voice a bit because we have our
Yeah, you can
audience.
do better than this, please.
Yes.
Your name and where you are
Okay.
calling from.
Okay, I'm calling from Catalunya, Barcelona to be precise. My name is Mazi Adibe. I am Catalunya coordinator. I just want to make a little contribution as to the program. Am I coming out clearly?
100%. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Audible, yes.
Okay, please, I want to use this opportunity to thank you, Mazi Patrick and Wada Jovista, for granting us this opportunity to showcase what we have here in Catalonia. I want to thank my comrades, Mazi also, Mazi Ikem, who are representing us proudly. And I also want to thank our listeners all over the world. My call is simply to urge Biafrans all over Europe and all over the world to make sure they support IPOB worldwide and also to make sure they attend to every IPOB function, just like what we're having here on the 11th of September. By doing this, we will be helping the agitation to keep on keeping on. Freedom fighting is not easy to come by. It is something that requires a lot of resources, a lot of energies, time, and all that. And by making sure we participate in IPOB functions, that is the only way we scare our enemy, that we have the spirit of never say die. And so, Mazi, I only want to respond or add to the question you asked before concerning whether the Catalans are in a helping hand to our people who are seeking for refugee status. Yes, we have done it here before. I want to let you know that the first platform that brought Nelly Ofulebu out, the first platform that brought Nelly Ofulebu out, especially when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned from Kenya, was a platform created by one of us, those we assisted in making sure they secure their refugee status. Unfortunately, they stabbed IPOB in the back. And ever since then, we have been very careful by way of making sure that ever before we concede to helping anyone or giving any document to anyone who is seeking for his refugee status, that we make sure that the person is truly an IPOB member. We have done it severally. This time around, we are being very careful because, our people are somehow difficult. They are unpredictable. That is the only area I want to come in. So, IPOB in Catalonia is poised in making sure that we help our people to secure whatever we can help them to secure, as long as they are genuine. As long as they are genuine. And I want to use the opportunity to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been able to open our eyes. Because when we look at what is going on in Nigeria, if IPOB was not set up by our leader, only God knows what would have been our fate. Our people have been boxed to a corner. They are in a situation where they do not know what to do. But we thank goodness and our leader for making it possible for us to know what the Nigerian government is having in store for all Biafrans. Therefore, I want to thank you, Mazi Patrick, and our sister, Wanda, and even your guests who are representing IPOB in Catalunya for the work you are doing. And we urge all Biafrans all over Spain to make sure they are in Barcelona on the 11th of September 2024. 10 days from now, it is going to be hot. All IPOB members in Catalonia are well prepared in making sure that we give you the best. That is an assurance. I thank you. And may Chukwu Okeabema continue to guide and protect our leader wherever he is, and also our leadership led by Mazi Ikem, the European rep, Mazi Ikem, for the good work they are doing in making sure that the fire is burning. And there is nobody who can quench this fire, because it is a moving train that is ready to crush any forces of darkness. That is the assurance. And so, I thank you all, and goodbye from Barcelona.
Thank you very much. BTV will be covering the event live, and I encourage Biafrans all over the world to join us on the 11th of September 2024 as we bring the events live and direct to our viewers all over the world. It's my pleasure having you, Mazi. Thank you for calling in.
Mazi, thank you, Mazi.
Yes, so that is it. Wanda, do we have another caller?
Not yet, please.
No more caller, and I think we have to start rounding up the program. We have exhausted our time, and I want to ask Mazi Ikechukwu and Mazi Chukwunonso if they got the message from their from their coordinator, from the Barcelonian coordinator. Did you hear him clearly?
I heard him clearly.
Okay. So as we round up the program, are there things you would like to add? Are there questions I didn't ask that I was supposed to ask that, certain input if it's necessary, or you can give us your parting shot one after the other, please.
All hail Biafra. As we have tuned into this program today, greater things are ahead of us. Mazi, one thing I want to chip in is a thing I used to see in Nigeria media that is not comfortable with me. They used to say in their news that our leader jumped bail. When I hear this from the newscasters of Nigeria, I will ask myself, where are these demons coming from? When the learned luminary have gone to the court and established that Mazi did not jump bail because director was available to go and represent his case on the court when he was given bail and was asked to come to court at a particular time. But the military that were sent to go and assassinate him in his house, in the process, murdered 28 young men. My brother, nothing is being said about those young men that were murdered. Nobody is being held accountable for going to the house of a civilian to go and massacre people there. I don't know the world we are living in. Just that somebody will shoot a knife here, you will see how the police will come to bring the person to book. But the military carried all the armory and went to a private residence to assassinate one person. In the process, they assassinated more than 28 young men in cold blood. The court are not talking about the people that were assassinated. Nobody talking about who sent the military to a private house. And you are still holding the young man who did nothing. You are still holding the young man who did nothing.
Mazi, there is something you need to understand when you talk about the presentation of the Nigerian media. Obviously, you do not expect less from the oppressors. The Nigerian media are working for your oppression.
But they should say the truth for one bit.
Yeah,
the man did not jump bail.
The work of
and it has been established in court that he did not jump bail. But
no,
they will always be claiming that he jumped bail.
Mazi, the work of the oppressor is to keep on pushing the narrative that suits their cause. You know, so for us, it is not a big deal. It's not much of an issue because I believe that we'll be able to counter that, and we have been able to establish vehemently that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail. But we never expected the Nigerian media to have presented issues as they occurred in reality. Don't forget that even the military operation that took 28 people, the life of 28 people in Afaruku, that military operation was swept under the carpet. It never had the media coverage that it deserved. That is how the oppressor works, and that is how they operate. You know, so we were not expecting less from them. Anytime you hear the Nigerian media talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumping bail, that is what we've always expected from them. So it's not an issue.
That was because that is not a sane society.
Yeah, but Mazi, but if we live in a sane society, if we lived in a sane society, we wouldn't be agitating for Biafra, we wouldn't even be where we are, we wouldn't find ourselves in a situation we find ourselves. So the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jumping bail is no longer in the picture as it stands today because it has been proven in court that he never jumped bail. And despite all the claim in the media that he jumped bail, they have not also been able to prove that he jumped bail. These are just media propaganda, and that is why we are here to continue to put them in the right perspective. So we shouldn't, overreact on it. It is expected of the Nigerian media to create their own narrative, but we have a duty to make sure we address and counter such narrative, and that is the work of the Biafra media to continue to do its job in making sure that wherever the Nigerian media are painting issues black, that we would bring it to light for the world to see. As we speak today, they have not been able to make any case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is why they are trying to see how they can use some criminal element to bring up evidence against him while he's in detention. When you see certain levels of criminality going on in Biafra land in the name of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's because they needed to do something to have evidence, even when we know that the criminality that is going on in Biafra land has nothing to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB. But it is the duty of the state to carry out these criminal activities and target on IPOB to be able to prosecute the leader of IPOB and other innocent Biafrans as well. So we should not even overreact. I can understand your feelings, but that should not bother you because I think we've addressed that issue of jumping bail and not jumping bail, and it is established that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never jumped bail. Mazi Chukunonso, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. In my parting message,
yes.
I want to tell all Biafrans we should come out in mass. We should come out in mass. Nas Igwe Bike, na gidigidi bu Igwe Eze. Ka anyị pụta n'Igwe, ka anyị wee zọta obodo anyị. Anyị zọta obodo anyị ka anyị wee dezie ya etu o si were kwesị ka ọ dị. Ọhịa ka m na-agwa ụmụnna anyị n'ụwa niile gbaa gburugburu eji wee na-agụ egwu na-asị na Biafra amaka, ezigbo obodo ọma, ala Biafra amaka, anyị enweghị obodo ọzọ. Biafra amaka, ezigbo obodo ọma, ala Biafra amaka.
Mwada, do you have your guitar there so we can play along?
We will do it on that 11th.
Okay, so we are going to get our guitar ready on the 11th so we can sing this same song together. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much. Mazi Ikem, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. On the closing remark.
Yes.
In as much as we are calling for everybody to join hands so that we will get Biafra, we that are also in, we are in already. Let us do what we can do. Let everybody that has come out. Only Nnamdi said that there are people that was created for this mission. He called for all of us to come out. Let us come out. Yeah, as Catalunya. If we I in the letter, but here in the mission. It was like, oh, that broke us one day. Was that if you see a dog sailing on top of water, it change away on it. But if you go under it, we see that no queer on our river. But in the so I want on this struggle already. We will come out with everything we have, and the world will know that we are still serious. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi Ikem. Thank you for being part of this wonderful program today. Thank you for coming, and thank you for educating our people. Because many of our people do not understand that on the other side of the world, that there are people who hold Biafra to their heart, who we don't even share the same color of skin, culture with, but they understood our sufferings even during the war, and they made contributions to support us. We got contributions from all over the world, but the Catalonian people have shown an exception by continuing to remember the Biafrans, and they continue to even put structures on the ground for Biafrans by establishing football clubs and so many other organizations that helps them in remembering us. And today we are here rejoining them, and it is now too late for us to give up, because it will be a disappointment on them as well if we fail as a people. Because I believe that as much as the Catalonians are concerned, the struggle for Biafra is also an inspiration to them, while we also draw inspiration from the Catalonian people as well. So it is a teamwork, and we'll make sure we continue to consolidate our relationship with them, because I believe that working together with them will make our liberation process much, much easier and achievable. Thank you very much for coming. Wanda, do you have something to say?
I think I've said my parting message. Just that I remember that Jovista Chichi, and thanking all the viewers once again, because we cannot do without them. Their stay, their time they give to us, their commenting, liking, sharing of the messages also help us to go far in what we are doing. So we appreciate them so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wanda. Thank you, Wanda Jovista, for being part of the program. Unfortunately, you came much later, but your presence is still appreciated. And you brought a sunshine with you, smile on your face. Thank you for being part of this program. Biafrans, I want to say thank you for joining us once again on this Sunday edition of presentation of the Catalonian commemoration day that will be coming on the 11th of September 2024. And we will be here live on BTV transmitting events as they unfold. So please join us on that day on 11th, which is on a Wednesday. I know that a lot of people will be at work, but you can join us with your Bluetooth on your ear if you have the chance while at work. And we will be coming to you live. And I will be here also running my presentation alongside with our sister, Nwada Jovista, to make sure that those Biafrans who are not on the ground in Catalonia, in Barcelona, will also have access to see what is happening on the ground. Until I see you again, my name remains Mazi Ikem Patrick DK. Have a wonderful evening and God bless you all. Thank you very much.